Thank you, Cantor and Rabbi. We have been talking with election districts and following the tweets. Tina Sakowicz and Hadassah Esther have been out campaigning all day. We saw that video earlier of both Hadassah Esther and Tina Sakowicz casting their own ballots at their home polling places earlier. And now our producer is actually telling us that the race is so close, we can expect that polling places are going to have lines up to a mile long for much of the evening across the empire.
That's right, Dylan. So folks at home, get those DoorDash orders placed. You're going to be up with us for quite a while, and we expect to be here for a while. We are spread across 5 different time zones in this empire, and it is a very close race. So the first closures have already happened in the eastern part of the empire, and you can see that Sakowicz has already turned it purple for the party of the prince, her party. They seem to have taken a very sharp lead, but we think that Esther might break things open if we do call it for Judea and Samaria right over here. And if she gets Ethiopia, folks, we don't know what that's going to tell us. It could break things wide open.
Now, Zach, why don't we take a look over here at this board? We've got the actual numbers, the projections so far that are being called by PNN. As you can see, that Esther is still about 50 points under Sakowicz. And she needs 50 electoral votes to reach that 270 and turn this election green for the vegan party.
But before you count Esther out, please understand that, the peasant farmer population in Armenia could get her, many of the votes that she actually needs, especially if she also gets those in the Nile River Basin. So it's definitely not over for Esther. Do not count her out yet.
And I do want to just make sure to be clear. It's not that Esther is 50 points under Sakowicz. She's actually 35 points under Sakowicz, but 50 points away from that 270. And it's still anybody's... Hold on, folks. I'm just hearing from my producer right now. Okay, it looks like the merchants of Damascus have secured enough camels to bring the people to the polls. And now we can say that Assyria is going the way of the vegan party. It looks like we can safely call Assyria for Hadassah Esther.
Let's update those vote totals up here now. She is getting close, folks.
That was 19 votes, by the way, just with Assyria alone. And it looks like Esther is now only trailing by 16.
Man, if she's only trailing by 16 and she can secure the populous Ethiopia and fend off Egyptian domination, this might actually be a done deal for Queen Esther, folks.
But with so many people still at the polls, it might be a while before we can... Okay, Zach, we just got another update from our producer, and with 2% reporting, Esther is actually projected to win Ethiopia.
Well, they called her the queen when she was in high school and college. I refer to her as Queen Esther right now and talk about that being a good prediction on my part. Esther is going to be the new Queen of Shushan. You heard it here first on PNN.
Oh, wait. They just called Egypt too, which further secures her lead and PNN's ability to call this race with Esther, Hadassah Esther, the new Queen of Shushan.
Can we get a yes, Queen? Absolutely. This has been election coverage with Zac Kornacki and Dylan Kornacki. We thank you for joining us, and back to you, Rabbi.
And despite what many might think, there was no editorializing here, we promise.